Hello, hello. It is Zoe Baxter, and I am here with you to go through a little bit of a mini training. I am having a little bit of a chilled out weekend. It is raining at the moment. And whilst that's not really unusual for Scotland, for the past 3 weeks, we've had glorious sunshine and it has been wonderful. I've packed my weekends filled with things to do. And this weekend, I'm kind of stuck inside, having a little bit of a reset. So we're playing around with some new ideas, such as these mini trainings that I am wanting to do. So here I am. This is a little bit of an experiment, so do bear with me. I have not figured out really a plan on what I want to do with these mini trainings, but what I do want to do is make sure that these are useful for you. So let me just talk a little bit about who I am, what I'm here to do. I'm Zoe Baxter. I am a career coach and I help people make changes in their careers, make changes in their lives so that they can build the lives that they're wanting to live now, so that they can love Mondays and they're not waiting for retirement to start putting things into action to live the life that they actually want to be living. I've done this in my own life. I have moved countries. I left the teaching industry to now I'm working in the tech industry, in the automotive field. Part of the tech industry, I work with two teams. I manage two teams. I'm the data delivery manager, as I stumble over my words there. And I support them, basically two teams of geeky nerds to get their work done. And that is what I do. I've changed my own career. I help other people change their career. And it's allowed me to fall in love with my own Mondays, and I have been able to watch my own clients fall in love with their Mondays, going from jobs where they've sat in car parks in their cars crying before they have to go into the office. I've seen clients feel stuck and paralyzed and not make any advance to being unblocked. And all of a sudden, they've got so much momentum that they've done twice the amount of stuff that they ever thought was even possible for them. So it's what I do. It's what really passionate about. And what I want these trainings to be is nice little bite-sized chunks of basically what I talk them through. Now, this one is going to be a little bit personal as I talk you through how my last week has really gone and some kind of personal reflections that I've had today and really this weekend. So, I shared a little bit about this on my Instagram, but if you're on here, you probably don't know that because this is the first time you're seeing me. But this week, I shared on Instagram that I was really struggling. I was really, really overwhelmed. I woke up and I was away in Newcastle. So I'm based in Glasgow, but I go away to Newcastle for my day job quite frequently. And I'm away quite a bit. In the past 8 weeks, I've been away from home. I've not really been in my home base as much. And I just woke up in my hotel room in Newcastle feeling really quite flat and deflated and just overwhelmed and just, I didn't really want to do anything. And whenever I show up to my day job, whenever I show up in my business to my clients, whenever I show up in my relationships with my friends, with my partner, with my family, I am a happy person. I like to show up and be that happy person, that cheerful person that's bringing other people up. It's who I am, it's who I like to be. So, waking up feeling really quite flat, deflated, overwhelmed, not really wanting to show up, but also having to show up. I was due to go into the office and have a very, very full day of meetings. We've had around 5 to 6 hours of meetings a day, as we've got a few projects kicking off in my two teams. So it's been very meeting focused with stakeholders. So a lot is going on there. Need my brain to be engaged. I need to show up as my usual high vibe self. But I woke up and I didn't know how. I didn't know how I was going to do that. I usually wake up around about 2 hours before I need to start getting ready to go for work so that I can work in my business, my career coaching business on the side. Um, and I didn't have the energy for it. I didn't know how to show up at all. I needed those 2 hours not to work on my business, not to do the do, but to feel and bring my own vibration up, my own energy up. So I talk about vibration. What I mean by that is just my own feeling, how I feel in myself and my body. We're not going into the woo-woo kind of thing right now. That's not what this training is for. But what I want to illustrate here is I often get asked about how do you manage your time? Or how do you show up when you don't feel like showing up? Or how do you do everything that you want to do? Because I do lead quite a busy life. I enjoy that. It's not busy in the hustle culture sort of way, but it's busy in the I am doing what I want to do and I am loving it. But some days I'm not loving it. And so I kind of shared that on Instagram because we all kind of have those days where it is harder to show up. It is harder to actually love what it is that you love. You know that you love it, but it's not so lovely that day. That day on Wednesday was how I was feeling. So what I did was I'd spent some time journaling that morning. I ate breakfast. Of course. I love food. Um and I just kind of met my feelings where they were. I did show up to work. I was smiley in the meetings. I was who I needed to be with the stakeholders. But the circle that I knew that I could be more real with, the colleagues that I knew I could touch base with and say, hey, this is how I actually am today, I knew who those people were in my network so that I could reach out to them and I could get that support. So, whilst I am the face of the team whenever I'm with the stakeholders, I knew that I was held and I was supported by the colleagues at my back. I knew my network. I have built my network in a way, built those relationships in a way where I can hold them up and they can hold me up just the same way. It is really important that you know, firstly, your network, who those people are that you can reach out to and just be real with and be authentic with how you're feeling. In my business, I did the same thing. I shared on Instagram on an Instagram story saying, this is how I'm feeling today. You know what? This is just how I'm feeling today. I usually say happy Wednesday. Today, it's just a Wednesday. It's not particularly happy. It's not bad either. It's just I am not feeling like a happy Wednesday kind of vibe. So I showed up authentically because my audience, the people who connect with me, my clients, the people who work with me, they know that they are safe to be who they are because they see me be who I am. That does not reflect on the work that I provided in my day job. That does not reflect the work I provide to my clients because we are human. If anything, it is a much greater sense of leadership to own exactly who you are and where you're at in each and every moment of every single day. You're not always going to be the 100% that you want to be. And that's okay. So, the two things that I would really encourage you to think about as you are balancing all of the different plates that you have, thinking about how you're showing up each day is, do you know who your network of people are that you can rely on? Do you know yourself enough to recognize when you're not feeling like who you need to be in those moments? Do you recognize that? Do you recognize whenever you feel flat? Do you recognize who you normally are in those meetings or who you even need to be for those meetings? Because knowing that and having that awareness of the self is really, really beneficial. And that's what gets you noticed for promotions because people are able to see you and rely on you to show up in a way that they expect of you. So have a think about those two things. Now, this is very much a kind of personal sort of coffee chat mini training where we're kind of just hanging out together and figuring this out together. So I'd really like your feedback on what you thought of this training, how you thought it was useful. And yeah, if you could let me know what you thought in the comments, that would be really helpful. This is very, very minimal editing, as you will very much be able to tell. I've not cut out when I've stumbled over my words or anything like that. This is just me coming here, playing around with some ideas, bringing you along with me. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you on another mini training if you liked it. And we'll do more of these. But I'll catch you around. See you later.